Have you been diagnosed with nasal polyps? Contact Prism Clinical Research for more information about our nasal polyp study.
The Wild fall 5-4 in overtime to the visiting Washington Capitals. It's time for Wild Breakaway, presented by Prism Research. With Ben Clymer, I'm Audra Martin. The Wild found themselves with their backs against the wall multiple times tonight against the best team in the NHL. But unlike what we've seen from the Wild lately, tonight they did battle back with some very good efforts. Unfortunately, it came up short in overtime. They have to settle for 1 point in this situation, but at the same time, given how things have been going for the Wild, maybe you have to be glad that they were able to salvage 1 point tonight.
Well, there are positives to bring out of this game, in particular the final 40 minutes that they played. Well, unfortunately, the first 20 minutes, not the start that they wanted, and then special teams. We thought it would be a factor, and oh, was it ever a factor. The Minnesota Wild 0 for 5 on the power play. Conversely, the Washington Capitals 3 for 4.
And here's a look at tonight's final stats. Of course, 5 goals from the Washington Capitals, 3 of them coming from Alex Ovechkin, all on the power play. That's his second career hat trick against the Minnesota Wild. 30 shots from the Wild, but a tough night on the man advantage as they go 0 for 5 on the power play. Bruce Boudreau was talked about his team's efforts tonight and over the last 2 games, and he seems to be happy with the direction his team is heading.
I thought we played pretty good. That's 2 games in a row that we've allowed under 20 shots, and to this team, give them less than 20 shots. And I bet you 5-on-5 they didn't have 14 shots is pretty encouraging. We had, I think, almost everybody playing to their level. There was a few guys that were passengers that didn't play as well as we could, but in the last 3 weeks, we've been having 10 guys play good and 10 bad, and then it's starting to get 12 and 8 and 13 and 7, and so we're gradually getting back, I think, to our capabilities.
So up next, it's the Ottawa Senators who come to town Thursday night. Another opportunity for the Minnesota Wild to really get things back on track. Tonight, a good start, but now it's just all about delivering to the final minute of this game and hopefully starting to get things in the right direction.
Yeah, they're only building blocks. You continue to ascend off of the building blocks you're able to take out of the Detroit Red Wings, then into the Washington Capitals. And if they can relieve themselves of that first period and add a building block in that period, it should be quite a different game.
We'll see if the Minnesota Wild can take advantage of a good start tonight, build off of it. We've got 6 games to go in the regular season, so time is winding down. Thursday would be a great time to get it back on track. We'll see if they can get it done. We look forward to seeing it Thursday night. In the meantime, for Ben Clymer, I'm Audra Martin. Thanks for joining us on Wild Breakaway, presented by Prism Research.